guys, welcome back to another episode of the Corner Flag Talk podcast. It's your boy John. We are here. It is the end of the international break by the time you're really hearing this. And it is the cursed Predictatron episode that we've done for 3 years now, and not once has it worked out in my favor. But content is content, and we bringing it to y'all. And I will be so honest, my stomach is churning doing this. But let's see how it all plays out. First, we have Virgil. Uzi was a good, my guy.
Yeah. And then, this is the crunch time of the season. This is where things want to get a little exciting.
Yeah, excited for man who's not me. We have Brandon. Brand looking dapper as always. Was a good, my guy.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
And we have Daniel. Pats was a good.
Yo, yeah, I good. Like Brandon, happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I feel like I didn't speak to y'all in a while. Outside of just the pod, life has just been a bit hectic recently. But as we said, guys, we are here to predict every single of the remaining fixtures from now until the end of the season. And what we've tried to do is to predict them in the order that they are scheduled to happen, and the ones that are not scheduled yet, based on experts in scheduling for FPL reasons, we're using their predicted schedule to try and navigate those that aren't scheduled as yet. So we're gonna get straight there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna let each person kind of rattle off the fixture results that they have for that given game week. Where we disagree, we will say so. Give our reason as to why. And I will so often give you all an updated look as to what our tables might be looking like. So, with that being said, we kick right off with game week 30. And Bran, why don't you start us off?
Okay. Let me make sure I'm reading the right thing. Yes. Have so
Yes,
many
so this
pictures
one
here.
has Newcastle, West Ham, Bournemouth,
Okay.
Everton, Chelsea, Burnley. Yeah.
Right. So this is the upcoming game week, I believe.
Yes,
Is
this
it?
is
Mhm.
this
Right. Okay.
weekend, yeah.
Gotcha. Right. So I have in the first fixture, I have Newcastle drawing 1-1 with West Ham United. I have Bournemouth and Everton also drawing 1-1. I have Chelsea beating Burnley 3-1. Forest losing to Palace 2-1. Fulham beating Sheffield 3-0. Spurs slapping Luton 4-2. Villa getting the better of Wolves 3-1. Man United sneaking a win against Brentford 2-1. I have Liverpool beating Brighton 3-1. And in the most exciting game of the weekend, I have Man City and Arsenal with City winning 3-2.
Nice. Um, I some of those I have so real plenty in common with you, boy. I also have Newcastle drawing. I had 2-all. I had Bournemouth winning 2-1. I had Chelsea winning 3-2. I had Forest losing to Crystal Palace 2-1. I had Sheffield drawing with Fulham. I have Tottenham slapping Luton 3-1. I have Villa beating Wolves 3-1 as well. I have Brentford winning 2-1 against United. I have Liverpool 3-0 against Brighton, and I have Man City winning 2-1 against Arsenal. Um, so yeah, a lot of similar ones in there. Virgil, what you had?
Mhm. So for me, right, I feel like everything else was just like curly careless. Okay, so I have a big fixture,
Uh,
coming out.
right.
But start at the top, first game in Newcastle versus West Ham. I feel that might be go down to I'll say 2-1 in favor of Newcastle.
Yeah.
I feel for Bournemouth Everton I see a 2-1 as well in favor of Bournemouth. Chelsea versus Burnley, I see that as a 4-0 win for Chelsea.
Ooh, healthy ones.
Forest and Palace, I see that as a 2-all draw. Sheffield, Fulham, yeah, Sheffield just been getting 3 points on them. So I feel like that was 2-0 to Fulham. Spurs, Luton. I feel like Luton again it's a little tricky side this season now, but I feel like Spurs might come and pull off a little 3-2 win. I feel like things might be a little tough.
Mm-hmm.
Aston Villa versus Wolves though. I feel like that might be a 2-all draw, honestly. I feel for Brentford United, 2-all draw as well. Then we go down to the two big games. Liverpool, Brighton. I see that as a 3-1 win for Liverpool.
Okay.
And for Man City against Arsenal, I see that as 2-1.
Nice.
I have to say in favor of who?
Oh, well,
Um,
I'll make sure.
Nah, I see now.
Uh,
Well, for me, I hoping for a 2-1 in favor of City.
okay.
and Pats, yours for that game week.
Yeah. So okay, so for game week 30, I had Newcastle doing 3-1 against West Ham, Bournemouth for the 2-0 win against Everton. Chelsea, I think they gone mash up Burnley 3-1. Nottingham Forest tie with Palace 2-2. Sheffield 1, Fulham 3. I think Spurs gone mash up Luton, home game, so 3-0. Villa to scrape by against Wolves 2-1. Brentford 1, United 1. Liverpool should be beaten Brighton, especially since Liverpool are at home 3-1. And then Manchester City versus Arsenal. Had to go with City. I went 2-1. City winning the Etihad.
Oh, nice. So they're like,
That's starting off too
Yeah.
good for you, John.
yeah. Well, this is exactly like was like the quintessential of what was the conundrum and try to find the balance between like what my gut says and what my mind says of what can happen. What gut says is that we will go down and draw this weekend. And I do believe that we can. In fact, I believe that we can do even more. But I think that the break would done us more damage, especially to the momentum. And City are the best at restarting from nothing. Especially like after these international breaks, make it look like, yeah, we might not be, fully up to tune, but they do enough to get the win. And I think the timing of it just isn't in our favor to get at least a draw. But I mean, you never know, I mean, the thing is, the way that things panned out in my table, especially, like we get anything in this, it swings the pendulum a lot in terms of how things play out in the end. But yeah, so everybody was kind of similar there, so it's kind of easy to keep moving on. Any surprising ones? Anybody want to really talk about from that game week? I guess the only one would be if people was wondering if I would I give us something going at City, but that didn't happen. So anything else? No, not really. Keep
Not
moving.
really.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So when 31 feels to load for me, would be great. Cool. Nice. Next up we have 31. So Pats, if you have yours ready, go ahead now. For 31. So
Yeah.
that's the one with Forest, Fulham, all the way down to
Yeah.
Chelsea versus United.
So I had Forest drawing with Fulham 2-2. Newcastle beating Everton 2-1, for the home. Bournemouth drawing with Palace 1-1. Burnley 1, Wolves 3. West Ham and Spurs tie 2-2. Arsenal step on Luton 7-0. Brentford tie with Brighton 1-1. City close one with Villa 2-1. Liverpool 4, Sheffield
Hey.
0. And between Chelsea and United, actually, I have United winning this one 3-2 to United. Should I say how
Ooh.
the table look as well? Or
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, say how the table change anyway. Yeah.
um, let me make sure it's the correct one. After 31, I'll just get the top four in the correct order. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Villa is my top four.
Yeah. I think the only result I had in terms of outcome I had different to you is
Mhm.
I had Chelsea 2-all with United. I literally take every other result part I had same outcome. Now the
Yeah.
scores might be different, but I think I had same outcome.
Hmm.
I had draw between West Ham and Tottenham. I have draw between Forest and Fulham. I had City and Liverpool spanking teams. I didn't have us with seven against Luton. I had three, but
Oh,
yeah.
three. Okay, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, more or less the same. I had Chelsea draw with United. I mean, hey, I know that Chelsea are the best of form, but I mean, at home, I feel like I had to get any benefit to not lose. But
Fair enough.
yeah, Brand, what do you have, bro?
I was trying to listen to see what I did was different, but I don't know. So I just go hit the whole thing on Forest to beat Fulham 2-1.
Ooh,
Newcastle beat Everton 3-0. Bournemouth beat Palace 2-1. Wolves beat Burnley 2-1. West Ham beat Spurs 2-1. Arsenal beat Luton 5-0.
good
Brentford
lord.
2-0 against Brighton.
Ooh,
City beat Villa 3-1. Liverpool beat Sheffield 3-0. I have Chelsea beaten United 2-1.
oh, nice. Yeah, boy,
Mm-hmm.
nice. And Virgil.
Mm-hmm. There's which game week again? The game week 30, 31,
31.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go back. I'll go back. All right. So for me, I had a Fulham win 3-1. I had Newcastle win 4-1. Bournemouth against Palace 3-0, 3-0 to Bournemouth.
Ooh,
Wolves beat Burnley 2-0. Spurs get a narrow win against West Ham 3-2. Arsenal beat Luton 4-0. Brighton and Brentford a 3-all draw. City get a narrow win against Aston Villa 2-1. Liverpool go
yeah,
on
he.
Liverpool host Sheffield United and win that 5-0. And Chelsea against United I see a 0-0 draw.
No, you know
Uh,
the nil is the most like Chelsea United thing ever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I can see that.
Dog Virgil is the worst. He said narrow 2-1 win against Villa. Um, yeah, I think the only one where we were in the front of that says a lot is probably the West Ham Tottenham. Um, Virgil had a Tottenham win. Salik, what you had?
Hmm.
for which one?
The Tottenham West Ham.
Uh, I had 2-1 to West Ham.
Oh, so you have West Ham winning,
I,
and me
I,
and
I,
Patrick have
I
them
West Ham.
drawing.
Yeah, you have a West Ham against Spurs.
Yeah, so you have Spurs winning.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
has West Ham winning, and me and
Nah,
Patrick
yeah,
have
yeah,
it
yeah,
drawing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I
then
can see that.
is he Chelsea United? Me and Virgil have them drawing. Patrick have
Yep.
United winning, and Saleh have Chelsea winning. And hey, Saleh don't be positive about Chelsea, and he have them winning. So that says a lot. So yeah, any major changes in all your table? Nothing for me yet. The three promoted teams all
Nah.
in relegation. I still have Villa in fourth, Tottenham fifth, and United in sixth.
Wait, you have
Nah.
Liverpool first in your table?
Yeah, I have Liverpool first, then City, then Arsenal.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Where you have Liverpool dropping
Yeah.
points?
Uh,
You had them drawing last against Brighton.
why do I have them at that stage? I actually don't know. Let me make sure I have. Yeah, 31 games. Yeah, I have
Oh, mine on
City on
30.
72.
Um,
Oh, okay, I understand what happened.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I think I know
Yeah.
what happened. I think
Okay,
you
yeah, I
told
got.
me
I think I know what
Everton.
happened too. Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me move on then. We'll go to game
Mm-hmm.
week 32. Everything kind of going status quo, but everybody mind kind of the same. I'm afraid everybody has the same outcome now. I'll go first out. So I have City winning at the Selhurst Park against all odds 2-0. I have Villa winning 1-0. I have Everton winning 1-0. I have Fulham winning 2-1. I have Luton winning 1-0. I have
No, no, no,
Wolves
leave it out.
winning
I need it.
3-2. I have Arsenal winning 3-1. I have United Liverpool drawing 2-all. I have Sheffield and Chelsea 1-2 in favor of Chelsea. And I have Spurs winning 4-2 against Forest.
John,
Um,
tell me your Wolves West Ham again.
3-2 to Wolves.
Okay, all right.
What you have, Run, since you already started?
No, you and I have the exact results, bar one.
Which one?
which is Brighton Arsenal.
Oh, you have us drawing
Because yeah, I have only drawn 2-2 because that is
game before. Is it
the
game
game
before? Game
before
between? I think it's a game
the game
between.
before
No, it's game before. It's game before.
is the
We
game
go to
before the
buy.
Bayern game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
Oh
that's the only
yeah,
reason.
yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I can hear that out. Yeah. Virgil, who you have?
This is 32, right?
Yes, this is 32.
I have yeah, checking the calculation then, but I have okay, so yeah, first game I have Man City Crystal Palace 2-all. I have Aston Villa beating Brentford 3-1. Everton winning 2-0.
Wait. You just say Crystal Palace City 2-1.
2-all, yeah.
All right.
Nah, sick.
No problem.
Crystal Palace
If
2-all.
it was me who said that kind of shit for this dog, I wanna get all kind of pelters,
Nah,
but
that's sick. He's sick.
uh,
He's sick. He's sick.
go
Two
ahead.
yeah, that so yeah, then Fulham, Newcastle, 2-all draw there. Luton against Brentford, 4-1 win to Brentford to Bournemouth, 4-1 to Bournemouth.
Hey, dog.
Wolves beat West Ham. No, Wolves and West Ham 3-all draw.
Nice.
Arsenal beat Brighton 4-2.
That's actually
Liverpool
score we beat
against
them by last year.
uh,
At Brighton. That's something.
Liverpool against Manchester United 2-all draw. Chelsea against Sheffield United.
Brandon, did you have that as
Hmm,
2-all exactly as well?
I had a 3-3.
I don't. You know the funny thing.
3-3.
I was going out for 3-3,
I,
you know, but I remember
I was
last
thinking
year.
of
I remember last year when we was accused of manufacturing goals.
Correct is right. Correct is right.
I was thinking 3-3 hat trick by Anthony, but I was like, we gotta keep it somewhat realistic.
So only a
But
brace
I
by
say,
Anthony then.
yeah, I'm embraced by Anthony. So another thing I keep it realistic too. Chelsea win against Sheffield United 4-3, and
Nice,
Spurs beaten Forest 4-0.
nice. And Pats, what do you have, bro?
Yeah, I guess I feel like somehow the most contentious one here gonna be the draw. I mean the result between Palace and City. I just feel like that's where most of you will differ. But I actually have City beating Palace because oh
Because
gosh, boy, like how much times
Noel
they will
is
not beat
only
Palace. So
Virgil. Is only Virgil who said they're not winning. No.
Hey, hey,
Bro,
I feel
down the
so.
line, he have some insane losses coming for some teams.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I had City to beat Palace. I feel like most of the others was consistent. I had Villa
Um,
beating Brentford.
we had for the Brighton
Everton win.
Arsenal.
Huh?
We had for Brighton Arsenal.
Arsenal win 2-1 though,
Yeah.
but I had Arsenal winning.
And United Liverpool.
I have Liverpool winning 2-1 as well.
Ooh. So we have one
Yeah.
Liverpool
I
win
have
there.
Fulham beating Newcastle by the way. I don't know if anybody care about that one, but
I have Fulham beating Newcastle as well.
Okay.
I think Brandon have that as well. And you know as he take parts boy, you know why I actually believe that Liverpool would win that game, eh? But I put in 2-1. It's because like the way that Liverpool are, the fact that they lost 4-3 there in the cup, they will go there
mhm.
really extra focus to
Yeah,
make sure it don't happen again.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But benefit of the doubt. So you get United benefit. Now
Mm-hmm.
they're still in a hunt for top 4 or 5 at that point. So yeah, cool.
Mm,
Any
interesting.
big
Okay.
changes in the table? None for me.
This is
So
where my
Not
changes come
really.
in.
yeah, this is also in my changes covered. So next we
Yeah,
have
no. This current one we now do. This is why so City on top with by a point.
Mm.
Liverpool
oh yes,
with
sorry.
72.
Correct, me too.
Liverpool have 71 and Arsenal on 68.
So I have City on top with 72. I have Liverpool second with 71, and I have us on 70. But yeah,
That's
this
after
is
31
I
games, right?
this is after 31
For the
games.
three of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh
somehow yeah, Liverpool's still on top for me.
well, you have Liverpool winning this week, so then they would stay on top. The Liverpool point should
Oh,
stay,
okay,
so
yeah, yeah,
City
true.
go on top.
True.
Unless you live in a virtual world where Crystal Palace managed to pull a 2-all with
Hey,
end of
I,
season City.
hey, the table still tight,
Correct.
you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, cool. Keeping it stepping now. Next game week. Virgil, why don't you go first? So this is 33. You started
33,
with
right?
Newcastle United and Tottenham, and you ended it with Chelsea Everton.
Yeah, so I see a 1-0 win to Spurs. I see
Mm.
for Brentford, I see a 2-1 win for Brentford against Sheffield United. 2-0 win for Brighton against Burnley. 5-0 win for Man City against Luton. 3-1 win for Wolves against Forest. A 3-2 win for Bournemouth against Manchester United.
What?
5-1.
Hey, this man wicked boy. Hey,
Well, I mean, one team have a proper striker. So
hey.
5-1 win to Liverpool against Palace.
Yeah.
West Ham to beat Fulham 4-2. Arsenal to draw with Aston Villa 3-all.
This is mother boy.
And Chelsea to beat Everton 3-0.
Nice. What was yours, bro?
I mean, I was going to say me and Virgil was looking similar until, but yeah, I have
Okay.
Newcastle. Oh no, I have Newcastle beating Spurs though,
Me
so that
too.
was a difference there. Brentford beating Sheffield,
Yeah,
Burnley
me too.
losing against Brighton.
Same.
Like Virgil, I have 5-0 City versus Luton. Um,
Oh,
okay. Well, yeah, we'll see how it end up playing off on the day. I also have Bournemouth beating United 2-0. I have Liverpool beating Crystal Palace 3-1. West Ham and Fulham tie. I have Arsenal beating Villa 2-0. And I get the whole Emery thing, but I just think that Villa is just too bad away from home. So yeah, I have Arsenal beating Villa 2-0 and Chelsea beating Everton. So yeah.
the only differences I have is well, I have a United win at Bournemouth actually, because Hoyland will be back by then, and I think that is enough for them to be get back to being jammy like they were when he was in form last few weeks. Um, I have nothing on Forest and Wolves drawing 2-all. I don't know if that was contentious, and I have Arsenal winning 3-0 to Villa, and I have Chelsea drawing 2-all with Everton.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Manufacturing goals though. I can tell you. Brandon, what do you have, bro?
I have a lot of differences from all actually. Um, I have Newcastle and Spurs drawing 3-all. I
Mm-hmm.
have Burnley beating Brighton 2-1.
Mm.
I do have North Forest Wolves being 2-2. I have
Nice.
United beating Bournemouth 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
I have Arsenal winning 2-0. And I have Chelsea on Monday night under the lights at Stamford Bridge winning 3-0 against Everton. I don't think I have anything different from
Oh,
everybody.
that's interesting. Isn't it? I didn't realize that game was one of them kind of games. Hey, fair enough though. That makes sense. Yeah, cool. I got with that.
This is
Major.
also post. I just want to say this game week is post the first leg of the all the European ties.
Yeah.
So if anybody is confused as to why certain teams we gave them certain things, that's why.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. Cool. Let me go to 34 now. And so let me tell you how 34 is gonna go. Y'all not giving me the scores for just now. For you're not giving me the Brighton Chelsea, you're not giving me United, and you're not giving me Tottenham. Those three games you're not giving me. Right?
Okay.
Those
Uh,
games,
which three?
The top three.
the top three games actually,
Okay,
yeah. Cause
okay,
those three
okay.
are postponed until a later date. And if that affects like how you think those games might go because of how packed they are or what they follow, then that is up to you and your prerogative, right? So
I
I
don't
guess I
think
can
it
go.
will actually.
It did with me. It did with me. I have Luton winning 2-1 to Brentford. I have Sheffield 1-all with Burnley. I have a 2-all between Wolves and Arsenal. I have a 2-0 Everton win. I have a Villa 3-1 to Bournemouth. I have Crystal Palace 1-0 over West Ham. And in my most shocking result thus far, I have a Fulham 3-2 win over Liverpool. So, yeah.
Wait,
Reverse order.
was that Liverpool fixture, you say?
Fulham beating Liverpool 3 goals to 2.
Okay. That's good. That's kind of similar to something I was thinking about that, you know. I kind of was thinking about that, you know.
Yeah, Fulham. Yeah, I think Fulham has been quite tricky, especially going at the cottage. And yeah, we'll see what comes out. Brandon, why don't you go, bro? What do you have?
Brentford beat Luton 2-1. Sheffield draw with Burnley. Wolves lose to Arsenal 2-1. Draw between Everton and Forest. Villa win 3-1. Palace beat West Ham 2-0. And Liverpool win 2-1 against Fulham.
Yeah. Um. Say that last one again.
Liverpool beat Fulham 2-1.
Right. Okay. Look, I know one of them might have been surprised that I said that we draw at Wolves. That game is one of them games that's like under the lights, only game on TV, last game of the day kind of thing. And I think that is when I feel, we win a few in a row at that point that we might have dropped some points. Wolves are a good side, and I could see that being problematic. So, yeah. Um, but,
Yeah, I was kind of similar to Brandon here in the results, except that I had Luton and Brentford drawing. Everything else I think was spot on. I had Arsenal beating Wolves. I have Villa beating Bournemouth bad. I have Liverpool beating Fulham, and everything
nice.
else was consistent with what Brandon says as well. I think same scores on all two.
Um,
Okay.
Virgil, what do you have?
Right. That's game week what again?
34.
34, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I have Brentford beating Luton 3-1.
Oh,
Sheffield and Burnley drawing 1-1. Arsenal beating Wolves 3-1. Forest and Everton drawing 2-all. Villa beating Bournemouth 4-2. West Ham beating Palace 3-0. And Fulham and Liverpool is a 2-all draw.
nice. No, I can't lie though. I really believe Fulham has something in
I
them,
I
man.
feel I feel that I feel Fulham. What you said at the beginning, I feel Fulham going to play a very key role in this.
The other
Fulham
thing I
going to play a key
want to
role.
say is like if I have had a little bit more positive results for Crystal Palace, and I think the new coach has come in and it's taken them a little while, but I think they are starting to play a little bit better. And I think Olise is supposed to be back from injury by the time the
Okay.
international start back. And I think those things will help us. So that's kind of why I went for a win here and probably some draws before. So I'm gonna ask you all if you all did manage to save them, the changes in your table now. So I have City with a game played less still on top with 75. Then I have Arsenal would be second level on points with Liverpool, both on 74 each, but ahead on goal difference. I would have Forest dropping down into the relegation zone by 1 point, and Luton being above them. And I still have Aston Villa in fourth and Tottenham in fifth. Um, Anybody? Pats?
Yeah. Now, okay, for my table,
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember where it changed up, but for that, it's supposed. That's all. I know that's all. I want to go back and show that. Now let parts go. I don't know why they're not showing, not
Yeah.
calculated.
The problem with my table is that when I
Hit
did game
calculate.
week 34, I huh?
I say when you hit calculate, you had the three fixtures, even the top ones included.
Yeah, I just did all. So I didn't even realize that that's how it does work, to be honest.
That's okay.
So yeah, I don't want to say mine because it's not gonna reflect how the game could really look.
Fair enough. Brandon, did you have it saved like that or?
I, I also had it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, no stress. Um, Next would be the fixtures that would have been in the double, which were the remaining fixtures from game week 29, right? Um,
Right.
so Brandon, why don't you go first? What
I
advise?
have Arsenal beaten Chelsea 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
I have Wolves beaten Bournemouth 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle beaten Palace 2-1. Liverpool winning the Merseyside derby 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
United beaten Sheffield 3-1. And I have City drawing with Brighton 2-all.
Hey. Um, I think I was following you from most of that actually. The only difference I had was Crystal Palace drawing, and I had Bright and I had City winning, but that is the only differences I had there. Results wise, Pat, what do you have?
Same. I had exactly the same as Brandon, except I have Palace to beat Newcastle because Newcastle away. It might as well be Sheffield. And then I have City beating Brighton as well. Everything else was the same.
Brandon, was he rational? Was he rational for the Brighton one?
For the draw,
Yeah,
okay, the reason was because I believe it had to do with when the game is being played.
this
I'm
is
trying
the
to find
midweek
exactly.
after their game against Chelsea in the FA Cup at the weekend.
Right, so that's why I was like, I had to look at every single fixture. So I was like, I feel like City will have that one point in the season where they will. 'Cause I have them. I think they will draw and lose at some point in the run.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this will be the draw, and I feel like Brighton have like one really good game in them for the season, and I think it'll be against City.
Nice, Virgil. What do you have, bro?
Mm. That's not. Which game is this? Is this?
29. 29.
Give me 29 this now. Why am I looking to freeze up now as soon as I'm going back?
That's all right. Though. You take your time. 29 gonna have like the first few already filled out because they were playing
Yeah,
already. And yeah, and have like six fixtures here. Yeah.
yeah, it just the six, right?
Yeah, just those six, yeah.
Yeah. All right, for that, I see a 3-1 win, Arsenal Chelsea. I see
Mm-hmm.
I see a a 3-1. I see a 3-1 win against for Bournemouth.
Mm-hmm.
I
Whew.
also see I see a 1-all because as Patrick said, Newcastle to away. I feel a 1-all Palace Newcastle.
Mm-hmm. That's why I went with it too all.
That
Yeah.
uh, for the big, the big game, the Merseyside derby.
Let me hear you, Virgil.
I see a 4-1 win for Liverpool.
Yeah.
United against Sheffield. I feel like United going to struggle this game, but I'm gonna come out a 2-0 win for United.
Yeah.
And Brighton against Manchester United. I see a 3-1 win for City. Yeah, me man.
Hey.
Yeah, a Brighton against City, a 3-1 win.
Nice man. Cool. Um yeah. Cool. 35 now. I would say Pats. Go first now. And what you have for 35. So you're giving everything for 35.
Javier. Right. So Liverpool beat West Ham 2-1. Fulham beat Palace 2-1. United beat Burnley 2-0. Newcastle really step on Sheffield 5-0.
Right.
Wolves beat Luton 2-0. Brentford beat Everton 2-1. Villa beat Chelsea 3-1. Cause yeah, Villa at home. Bournemouth draw with Brighton. Spurs draw with Arsenal 2-2. And City beat Forest 3-1. I mean, it's Forest.
Yeah. The only ones I had different is I had a Everton 1-0 win, and I had Aston Villa drawing 2-all, and I had Brighton winning 3-2 at Bournemouth. The rest I had the same. I had the draw in the North London derby. I had City going to Forest and win. Everything else I had the same. Virgil, why you don't go next, boy? Where you have?
Yeah. I had for Liverpool West Ham. I say a 4-0 win for Liverpool. Fulham beaten Palace 2-1. United getting that win over Burnley 3-0. Newcastle also beaten Sheffield United 3-0. Wolves beaten Luton 2-1. Everton beaten Brentford 3-2. Aston
Mm-hmm.
Villa winning that against Chelsea 4-1.
Yeah, man.
Bournemouth against Brighton 3-0, 3-0 to Bournemouth.
Hey.
Arsenal up against Spurs. I see Arsenal win that game 5-2. And and City against Forest 4-1.
Don't get up and leaving it.
Virgil!
Yo,
No, you know what's the funny thing, dog? The
what's up?
way, dog, like, logically speaking, we should go there and beat them bad, dog, but this blasted derby, dog, and there's around us some hard games in a row, just, yeah, me, I know now, boy. I try, dog, I tell you, dog, this prediction, say, dog, it's so hard for me to literally separate my heart from my mind, from my gut, in trying to figure out this. That, yeah. Okay, cool. Brand, what do you have, bro?
I might have the most shocking result of the week actually. I have City beating Forest. I have the North London Derby going 4-4. I
Hey.
have I have Villa beating Chelsea. I had Brentford beating Everton, Wolves beating Luton, United, Fulham, and Newcastle all winning. And in the shock of the week, I have West Ham beating Liverpool 3-2.
You know, dog, I
That's
felt like
okay.
somebody this was going to give West Ham something against Liverpool, you know. Fair enough, boy. Can't remember 3-2 in a title race late on from West Ham against Liverpool self a few years ago. Somehow that song very familiar. Cool, man. Nice. At this point, I would like to ask you all, well, how are you feeling about these predictions? At this point, we're at game week 35, so only 3 games remaining. How are you feeling about how the teams have been performing, especially the ones at the top? Pat?
Yeah, I was now gonna say, yeah, I was thinking that I feel I've been way too nice to the top three teams.
Hmm.
Because in reality, I don't. This is the hard thing, though. This is the hard thing about paper and reality. I
Yeah.
know that in reality, City is not going to win all of these games.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know which one they're going to drop points to it. It's going to be a random one. Same for Arsenal, same for Liverpool. I don't think that they're going to win all of these games. But I think so far, in my predictions, I've had them winning all except for when they clash with each other. Obviously, if Arsenal play City, for example, they can't both win, for example. So, yeah, I know that I've probably been a little generous, but I don't know where that could say like City will drop points or Arsenal will drop points. It's so hard to call that. I just have to go with how it look on paper.
Yeah, fair enough. Brandon, how you feeling about the predictions? Like?
Well, bro, I have City going from first to third at one point, and then I have Liverpool on top, Arsenal in second, and then City jump Arsenal again. So right now, it's turning out to be very exciting if it turns out this way, of course. But like I say, I agree with Daniel. I think we all maybe not Virgil, but I think we've all been very generous to the top three at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, because as Pat
Yeah.
say, right, this is hard, right? Because it's on paper, and on paper, all of these things when I like, I don't know, but I feel like I probably was being a little harsh with my own side because we've been here before and it hasn't gone our way, and I don't know. The thing is, like, we doing these predictions based on what we know now, right? Whereas, like, so this is game week 35, right? This 5 weeks from now. 5 weeks from now, the kind of injuries a team might be having is very different to what we see now, or who might come back, or who's struggling for form, or who turned out to be a savior for their team late in the season. And it's hard to see those things from now. And the thing is, I'm assuming everybody's table is roughly 3 to 4 points between first and third, right? And you talking about one fixture that we get wrong so far, it changes the paradigm largely, which
Hmm.
I think is a big credit to what these teams are doing and to the level at which that they are performing. But it shows how I would kindly ask our listeners not to, peg us for the stuff that we get wrong because the margins are just very tight. And I think, me and Virgil should be allowed a little bit of wiggle room Because at the end of the day, our hearts are involved in this title race as well. As much as we're trying to be as logical as we can, it's hard. It's difficult. It's really hard. I can't. I see his City going away to these games, and I know Forest, for example, right, are terrible in terms of results, right? But they have the kind of players I can see doing damage to City. Now, does it actually happen 9 times out of 10? No. Could this be the one time it happens? Maybe. And it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Virgil, how you feeling about them, boy?
No, it's true because that's one thing, it's a lot of other unknown factors too that could play out from like now because of we don't know the season because it's still a lot more although the season wrapping up. It's still a lot more games, especially in all competitions, and for the top three, they have a lot of games and a lot of games still to play.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something that when you look at it on paper, you feel like just doing it from here, you feel like it has certain games that feel very straightforward, but then also when you take into consideration, the little that little screw that screw in the that screw that could have messed up everything.
Yeah.
It's those things that you kind of have to account for, and
Uh,
also injury. This time of the season we just come from a national break where we see a lot of players too injured, even
yeah.
especially that, and going
I
jumping
feel like
into the
nearly
thick.
every, like I say, I was kind of unplugged there, but I feel like nearly every international that I see a City players involved with, somebody come off injured. Apparently, John Stones come off injured today,
Somebody.
allegedly. And Walker get injured
Hmm.
last week and had Olympic training. Well, Rodri scored twice today, I think it was, so he should be fine. But and the other thing that we have on taken in consideration, well, not that we have on, but it's kind of hard to do so, is how these teams perform in Europe. That has impacts, right? Because like if a team wins heavily in
Hmm.
their first leg or they manage to pull up a early command and lead, and it affects how they line up at the weekend. Or if they are in a level or they're losing or they get knocked out, even all these things affected, right? So yeah, we coming on to the end now. Um, I believe that we're on 36, and after this game week here, I will ask you all for your Tottenham versus Chelsea score as well. But we start with game week 36, right, guys? So I have Arsenal 3-0 to Bournemouth. I have 1-all between Brentford and Fulham. I have 2-1 Brighton. I have a 2-1 to Newcastle, sorry. I have a Chelsea 3-2. I have a Palace 1-all. I have a Liverpool 3-2. And forget it, I have a Liverpool 4-2. I have a Luton 1-2 in favor of Everton. I have a City Wolves 1-all. And I have a Sheffield losing 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Pats, what do you have, bro?
1 second, because my thing,
Slow in, yeah,
you know
it's
how it
okay.
is.
It's okay.
If I refresh, will it save my thing? Because this
I
happened.
don't know
Oh, it come
why.
back. Do it.
And I
It
don't
come back.
know.
It come back. It come back. It come back. It come back. I have it. I have it. Yeah. So kind of similar to you. Arsenal win. I have Brentford drawing with Fulham.
Same, yeah.
I have Brighton beating Villa.
Me too. Me too.
Newcastle win away somehow.
Yeah.
I have Chelsea winning
Yeah.
2-1.
Hmm.
I have United dropping points with a 1-1 to Palace.
Yeah. Same.
Because my whole logic is like, coming towards the end of the season, as long as, well, Ulis should be back, as long as Ulis and Eze are fit, I think that changes a lot for Palace now. So I'm going on the assumption that they could remain fit for the end of the season. Okay, so that might kind of where some of my scorelines coming. Liverpool beating Spurs 2-1, kind of narrow. Everton winning. City winning 3-1 against Wolves. Sheffield tie with Forest.
Ooh, nice. Uh, Virgil, what do you have, bro?
They 36, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just change around some things to kind of make the storyline a little interesting.
Hey. But there's these
so for this,
script writers, yes?
for this one, for game week 36,
Oh boy.
pay a little attention. Arsenal host Bournemouth, and that game's finished 2-all.
This boy.
Brentford lose to Fulham 3-2.
Hey, wait, pause. Salek. I want you to notice something, eh? For all the Bournemouth, whatever that I am, dog, this
Yeah,
man
bro, this man
results
really
for
been Bournemouth
Bournemouth
points,
has
boy.
been
Yeah, he really been Bournemouth
insane.
points, boy.
Yeah.
I give Bournemouth real points, boy.
Dog, that man have
Let me
Solanke
check.
finishing as the golden boot winner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
something
yeah,
happening
yeah,
in
yeah,
Bournemouth.
but I don't think yeah, but hey, but my finishing top half of the table. We like that. We
Hey,
like that. Yeah, yeah, we like that. We like that.
hey. All right, Buddha, go
So
ahead.
yes, yes. So Brighton, Aston Villa, Villa winning 2-1. Newcastle beaten Burnley 5-2. Chelsea beaten West Ham 4-1. United and Palace drawing 2-all.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool against Spurs a 3-all draw.
Hey,
Luton,
dog.
Luton against Everton. Luton win 3-1. Shout out Luton. Mr.
Hey.
Luton is on the team. Mr. Luton is on the team. I think, yeah, the storyline going good. Man City hosts Wolves. That game ends 2-all.
Hey.
And,
Ah,
and, and Sheffield United
this man can write
and
for
Nottingham,
Marvel.
Sheffield and Nottingham Forest 1-1.
Hey.
A very intense game week.
Bro, dog. Only even see the script I heard we gave it to this yesterday. That's crazy. Dog, Virgil, you think the Kings so far? Yes, that is a mad
Yeah.
week, dog. You had the all three of them drawing in the top three, you
All
know.
three of them drawing.
Wait, okay. Brandon, what do you have, bro?
All right, I had everything Daniel had up to up to the United Palace. I did have Brighton beating Villa, and I did have Brentford drawing with Fulham. I have United beating Palace 2-1, Liverpool beating Spurs 4-3, Luton
Mm-hmm.
beating Everton, City beating Wolves, and Sheffield beating Forest 2-0.
Oof, nice man. Okay, cool. After this, I would like to ask you guys for your score between Chelsea and Tottenham. I had a 2-all draw. Brandon, what do you have? This was game week
I have
26.
Chelsea. I have Chelsea winning 3-0.
Hey! Virgil, this is game week 26, bro. The only game of the week. What do
Yeah.
you have?
I have Chelsea winning 4-1.
Hey! Bang ones for Chelsea strong into this season. Patrick, what do you have, my guy?
I had a 1-1. I had a 1-1.
I had two also. We had two Chelsea wins and we have two Tottenham draws. So that, you know what we had? Tottenham going to
So
win that
Spurs
game.
not winning.
So that we
Yeah,
all
Spurs not winning.
wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, sir.
Son hat trick.
Okay. Hey, son hat trick. Okay, cool.
That's
Um,
true.
Next up we have game week 37. Okay, I tell you it's getting a little bit more tricky in here. So I will go last. Salik, why don't you go first, bro?
Oh dear. Okay. Bournemouth and Brentford 1-1. Aston Villa and Liverpool 3-1 to Liverpool. Everton beat Sheffield 3-0. City beat Fulham 2-0. I will skip that fixture.
What happened to you, boy?
Newcastle Newcastle draw 2-all with Brighton. Chelsea beat Forest 3-1. Spurs beat Burnley 5-0. Son scores a hat trick.
Nice.
West Ham
Nice.
beat Luton 2-0. Wolves beat Palace 2-1. And I cannot see Arsenal beating United in Old Trafford with so much on the line. So I went 2-2 United and Arsenal.
With so much on the line.
Yeah, well, I have two all as well in the Brandon. Uh,
Well, yeah, dog.
Dog, I think I have the most points dropped for us in this episode. Uh,
Hmm.
Patrick, what do you have, bro?
Bournemouth win. Villa draw with Liverpool. Everton win.
Hey!
City win. Yep. City wins. Arsenal beats United. I have it.
Hey!
Newcastle wins. Chelsea win. Spurs win. West Ham win, Wolves win.
Virgil, what do you have, bro?
Uh, so now after the whole storyline, right? So you know the game me start off. Bournemouth beating Brentford 3-1, Solanke hat trick. Shout out Bournemouth. Then we go to Aston Villa against Liverpool, a very entertaining game that's going to end Liverpool 3, Aston Villa 4.
Hey!
A Douglas Luiz penalty in the last minute to win
Oh
it.
yes.
I could
Oh
see that.
yes. I could
Hey!
see that.
Everton winning 4-0.
Good lord.
City with a narrow scrape 3-2 win against Fulham. Arsenal go to Old Trafford and beat United 5-0. Newcastle. I was very tempted to put 7-0, but I was like, nah, we gotta keep that for them.
In reference
Like
to
one six
myself,
one.
we will be there! We will be there!
So yeah,
Oh,
Arsenal had to finish the league with something. So that's the thing.
uh,
Newcastle against Brighton 4-2. Chelsea go to Forest and win 4-2. Spurs against Burnley 5-0 win for Spurs. West Ham beat Luton 2-0, and Wolves and Palace draw 2-all.
I have a Bournemouth 1-0 win. I have a Villa 3-2 win. I have a Everton 1-0 win. I have a Fulham 2-all draw. I have a next 2-all
Okay.
draw between United and Arsenal. I have a Newcastle win, a Chelsea win, a Tottenham win, a draw with West Ham and Luton, and a Wolves win. So, good Virgil. You get my there, boy. I have all three teams dropping points again, though. Um, Again, what a storyline. Okay, now I need for your missing fixtures from 34, guys, and then I'm gonna ask you how your table looking headed into the final day. So I
On
have
thirty
mine
four.
ready. Yeah, I have mine
Yeah.
ready. So
Yeah.
I'll just go first. I have Brighton winning 3-2 against Chelsea. I have
Okay.
United winning 2-1 against Newcastle. And I have Tottenham winning 3-2 against Manchester City.
Okay. Okay.
Virgil, all they never
Well,
win
for
in that stadium, dog, and I just don't see it changes, dog.
for that, so you see, all this is part of the storyline, right? Bright,
Hey.
Brighton beating Chelsea 3-2 because you had that same thing.
Uh-huh.
United beating Newcastle 3-1,
Mm-hmm.
and Spurs against Man City have that as a 4-2 win for City. We
Finally,
could
yeah?
we
Finally.
we could because you think about it, we couldn't do it against Klopp. We couldn't get that nice little send off. So I feel like something good at that point. I feel like he might get that 4-2 win.
Nice. Pats, what do you have, bro?
Yeah, I have Brighton beating Chelsea. I have a United and Newcastle draw.
Ooh.
Because it's really a case of, the away form losers versus a anything could happen team. So I really just close my eyes and punch numbers, to be honest. And then Spurs versus City. I also have City winning 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Salek, what do you have, bro?
I have Brighton and Chelsea drawing 1-all. I have Man U beaten Newcastle 3-0. And I have Spurs beaten Manchester City
Hey!
3-2.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, okay, so my table with 37 games played for everybody, and if y'all can find the screenshot where y'all have that, hopefully. Um, I have Liverpool first on 83 points. I have City second on 83 points, with 4 goals separating the two, 4 goal difference separating the two. And then I have Arsenal third on 82 points, a better goal difference than both of them. I have Villa still in fourth on 69, and I have Spurs in fifth with 68. And down in the relegation battle, I think United had 63 yesterday, kind of far away. And in the relegation battle, I have Forest on 30 on in 17th, and I have Luton on 29. So 30 and 29. Whoever else have their one ready could go ahead next.
Yeah, I could go. For me, this was the game week where City finally takes the lead of the title race. They are in first with what looks like too much points in my opinion, but I'll tell you anyway. In first with 90 points.
Oh, dog, what?
Then
Wait,
yeah,
I real bloody man.
you know,
Wow.
I'm telling you, get ready. Liverpool second with 89 points. That's right. Yes, yes. Then Arsenal in third with 86 points. You're about to recognize a theme here. And then Villa in fourth with 69 points.
Hey, I have Villa on
About
69.
20 points between
Yeah,
third
boy.
and fourth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And down in the dregs, I have Luton going home,
Wait,
Burnley
I have
going
a question,
home.
Pat. How much
Tell
Spurs
me,
on? How much Spurs on in fifth?
how much Spurs in fifth, and they are on 65 points.
Oh, so Villa locked in then. Villa locked in Champions League spot then.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
In my iteration, yeah. It also locked in. Sorry, let me switch that. It been locked in that Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield was gonna go down. That was locked in since like game week 34. Had no way they could have get out. Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah, boy. Yeah.
Brandon, what do you have, bro?
This is for the second to last game week, right?
Yep, yeah,
Yeah.
37. Everybody's supposed to have
Okay.
37 played at this point.
Okay.
Right.
I have Liverpool on top with 86 points.
Hey.
I have Manchester City in second on 85 points. And out of the title race
Oh
are
Mm-hmm.
no.
Arsenal with 82 points.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arsenal also
Followed
82. Okay.
followed by Villa on 71. Closely followed, sorry, not 71, sorry. Villa are on 68 points, sorry. Closely followed by
Okay.
Spurs and United, who have 67 points.
Wow. And who you have in relegation? Is yours also confirmed that Luton gone down?
I just want to make sure I tell you the right thing. Right, so I have Sheffield and Burnley confirmed relegation, and I have 3 points separating um, Luton and Forest.
And the goal
Okay.
difference is enough to be with the swing?
The goal difference is
So mine is a 5 point goal difference,
minus
actually.
of 6 points, 6 goals. Sorry,
Five, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, six is swingable. Six is, it depends on how bad somebody lose or whatever. Okay, cool. Virgil, do you have
Sure.
yours by chance?
Yes. So right now, because it's the second to last game week, to have Man City in first on 86 points, Arsenal in second on 84 points. Things still tight. So Liverpool out of the title race, as Brandon said, because same points but on 82 points. Aston Villa sit comfortable in fourth on 73 points.
Ooh.
Spurs fifth, 69. United sixth, 60 points. Chelsea seventh, 58. Newcastle eighth, 57. Bournemouth in ninth on 57 as well.
Hey! uh,
Wolves in 10th,
okay, Virgil,
54.
who you have
Yeah,
17th and 18th in the
yeah,
relegation
yeah,
spot?
yeah, because I have a 10, don't matter. So for 17 and 18, this is where it's fun. 17 is Forest on 28th. And Luton 25-18, and well, Burnley and Sheffield United, both of them
And what's the goal
Burnley.
difference that both Forest and Luton on?
The goal difference, so Forest is on minus 29 and Luton is on minus 34. So a
So
little
a
five.
5 goal
Okay.
difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, cool. And the final day, guys. Um I have an Arsenal win, a Brentford draw, a Brighton. Did I give you all your man? Yeah, I did. A Brighton win.
Wait, I made a mistake. I can't count. I have I have Luton in 18th place, 2 points behind behind
That is
Forest. 2 point
okay.
behind Forest.
I have one. I've done
Not sure.
1 point behind Forest. But yeah. And then on the last day, I have Burnley drawing with Forest. I have Chelsea winning against Bournemouth. I have Crystal Palace drawing with Villa. I have Liverpool winning. I have Luton winning. And I have City winning. And I have Spurs winning. Which means in my table, Liverpool would have won the title, then City, then Arsenal. Tottenham would have pipped fourth spot on the last day, but obviously fifth could still be Champions League with Villa there. And then I have Luton managing to stay up on the final day of the season, and Forest going down. Pat, where to go next? Way? What do you have?
All right. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. So I have Arsenal beating Everton, Brentford draw, Brighton draw with United. I have Forest beating Burnley, Chelsea beating Bournemouth. I have Palace beating Arsenal, Liverpool beats Wolves,
Villa.
Fulham mash up Luton. I then look good. City mash up West Ham, but Bowen managed to score. And Spurs beats Sheffield. Son got a hat trick on the last day and becomes the Golden Boot winner. The table is wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. City wins the league. Liverpool second, Arsenal third, Villa fourth. So that's our top four. That's who will be going to the Champions League. Spurs may or may not be going to the Champions League. We'll see how things play out on that fifth spot. But Spurs in fifth. And then well yeah, it's been decided for Luton, Burnley and Sheffield to go back to where they belong. So yeah.
Cool. Virgil, what do you have, bro?
So yes, final game week. All the games play at the same time, so that's a big suspense. So
Um,
but one fixture for sure that was not had all certainty. Arsenal beat Everton 5-0.
oh,
So
okay.
Brentford beat Newcastle. Brentford beat Newcastle 2-0. United and Brighton draw 2-2. Burnley beats Forest 2-0. Chelsea draws with Bournemouth, ending the win Bournemouth streak. Aston Villa get a comfortable win 3-1. Liverpool also realizing, wait, things going good with by Arsenal, but they think they don't really care anymore because this is just the for the Jurgen Klopp farewell tour. We end the Jurgen Klopp farewell tour with a 6-0 win against Wolves, and then Luton realizing, wait, we were down with a five goal difference, and they realized the result that happened at Burnley. So Luton went and beat Fulham 4-0.
Dog!
And then they secure, and now they keep promoting
Virgil writing
a,
movies in.
a 4-0 win. And now Luton manager could then go on to be Liverpool next manager, but that's for a different time. And then Spurs beat Sheffield United 3-0. And then in the last minute, City come and get a 1-0 win against West Ham.
This man wants an next Aguero moment. There, dog. He's sick, then, right?
Almost.
So for the
Um,
so so for the
see your
so for the
table.
table quick is after all that, result, that big result from Arsenal, expected from Arsenal. Arsenal finished second, City finished first, Liverpool finished third, Aston Villa fourth, Spurs fifth, and then it goes United, Chelsea. And then, as I mentioned with the relegation battle, with that big 4-0 win for Luton secure 17th with Forest, Burnley, and Sheffield United, those three going down.
Wow. Okay. And Brandon,
All right. John, remind me what your final table was.
mine was Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Villa, and then Luton staying up and Forest going down.
Okay. On the final day of the season, I have Arsenal beating Everton 4-0, Brentford and Newcastle playing out a 2-all draw, United beating Brighton 3-1, Forest and Burnley playing out a 1-1 draw, Chelsea beat Bournemouth 4-2, Villa beat Palace 3-2, Liverpool beat Wolves 2-1, Luton win 2-1, City win 3-1, and Spurs win 5-0 for a grand finish of in first place on 89 points. Liverpool win the league. City come in second on 88 points, Arsenal on 85 in third, Aston Villa come in fourth on 71 points,
Hmm.
Spurs Spurs in fifth on 70 points, and in sixth by goal difference, Manchester United.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
Hmm.
I have United sixth as well, but not a goal difference.
Chelsea are seventh. I don't know how.
I have Chelsea
Wolves
10th, dog.
eight, Wolves eight, West Ham nine, and Newcastle 10.
And well, you have Luton going down, and
I
because
have all three. Unfortunately for Luton, despite their win on the final day,
it wasn't
the
enough.
draw from Forest was enough to keep them up. So
Nice.
Luton, Sheffield, and Burnley all go back down to the championship.
Okay, so we have two Liverpool wins in the title. We have two City wins, and as we wrap this up, I want to ask you guys, how confident are you in your predictions coming true? Um, Go ahead, Brandon.
I have about
Oh, yeah.
75% in confidence because it was kind of hard to gauge like when if Arsenal somehow get past Bayern, and it was also hard to gauge like City
Yeah.
with their injuries and if they also go far in the tournament as well. It was hard to work with Liverpool. It's hard to work with Aston Villa. It was hard to work with West Ham. All those teams very hard to work with. So all in all, I would say yes. I would not be surprised if I'm wrong though, but
Mhm.
I will go with like a three out of four times. I think I might get this one.
Brandon, Brandon, Virgil, how confident are you?
For me, I am
A
50
percentage.
50. I
50-50.
am 50
Hey.
50. Yeah, because I feel like it's for a lot of games where I feel like bad mind plays a lot of factors into it because we have the Liverpool versus United, then we have the Spurs Arsenal.
Mhm.
But I think I feel like for City, for some of the fixtures that I gave with City given getting positive results, City have to pull out a miracle. So yeah, I feel like it will be very tough because I tell you, there's a lot of factors, and I tell you, bad mind is a lot of things. 'Cause a lot of teams would not want their rivals to to win the league.
Yep, very true. Um, Patrick, what about you, boy? Hey, Patrick, look like you would have fall asleep.
Dog, I want to say like a 58. Remember, I had City winning the league.
Is that right?
I go in for like a 58 because the thing about these fixtures make me realize that City still have the bogey teams to play.
That's
You see
very
what I'm
true.
saying? They had to
That's
play
very true.
what do you call them? They had to play Olise and friends. They had to play Son Hyung Asia, and they have to also play some difficult ones. They have to host Arsenal, um That might be it for the difficult ones.
Nah,
I
but
think.
also
Mhm.
Forest is a bogey team to City as well. That other thing I was looking at.
Hmm.
Cause they drew
See, I
them
didn't
last
even know
year.
that. So there we go. I didn't even realize that. So I have City winning. In my head, it makes sense that City will win the league. But what I realized too is that the pressure really on for Haaland here, 'cause he have to start scoring. Like he have to.
Facts.
You know what I mean? The misses and thing, it becoming inexcusable. So if I was a City fan right now, I think I would be concerned. Maybe not really worried, but concerned about if this league going to be won or not. The interesting thing I realized was nobody have Arsenal winning. And I actually think, fixtures aside and whatever, I think
Mm-hmm.
to me it's between if City or Arsenal going to win it. I had kind of write off Liverpool, to be honest. I
Same,
know it's Klopp last season and all that, but in terms of performances, I didn't really
But
see much of a change in their performances pre and post announcement. So I don't even know if that really playing into anything here. I think it playing into us as fans, but
mhm.
in reality, I'm not sure. I think Arsenal is the informed team right now. So if somebody is going to win it other than City, to me it makes sense that it should be Arsenal. But I don't know how you all feel about it. And then relegation wise, yeah, I really think that is GG's for Burnley, Luton, and Sheffield been relegated since game week 1. So yeah,
um, isn't it? It's not mathematically confirmed you're not Burnley down. I guess not. Um,
I don't think so.
no.
nah.
for me, is dog is like 50-50, and it's dog. It probably is even less than that though because look, I don't actually know to what extent that my heart is speaking, to what my gut instinct of that football is not entirely logical is speaking as well to give what I give here. As I did this table over like a few times because I so couldn't decide on certain things. Like as Patrick said, like we are the form team in the league, and to be fair, honestly, how I feel about this rest of the season could change entirely based on how this weekend goes.
Mm.
If we go there this weekend and we get something, anything, with a draw even, I see, like not just because like if we win, obviously, well, it's definitely in our hands. But if we go there and draw this weekend, I don't think it is in our hands, depending on how Liverpool do this weekend. But you give me a draw this weekend, I would say is ours to lose. Even though City will Liverpool go ahead of us in the table, given that they beat whoever the other place against Brighton, I still think it would be ours to lose. But it have so much factors to come that I don't know, and I think that Arteta has to show more weapons in his arsenal, in his armory, if he wants to navigate this title and Champions League. Because I think Bayern are in a place where they are vulnerable, and we could go through there. And to be able to manage that plus the league is going to need him to use the squad a lot more in a ways that I don't think we have seen it. And to his benefit, a lot of the players that are coming back injured are players that have been regular 11 players in the past, so it shouldn't be an issue to rotate them in. But again, it's something that we have not seen from him enough. But if we are to do something, shit, dog, it'll be monumental and that'll be fucking unbearable, dog. Um,
I hope all they lost then. Big man thing. I
so
can't take on the unbearableness.
I fly to
I really
Florida if
hope
we
all
win,
they.
dog. I come in Tampa. I gotta come and check my boy, dog.
Could I
Clip
could I
it,
just
clip it
say could I
then.
just say something like just to piggyback off what you know say there, John? Like, um, the way the one thing that I had that I thought about when I was doing this whole thing is if if Liverpool or City get knocked out or they go through, I don't think it will matter. But I feel like for Arsenal, they're in a lose-lose situation because if they get knocked out by Bayern, it will just have like the knock-on effect of the momentum being lost and the it'll be kind of like it'll be kind of bad for them to go out. I assume like if they go out in a bad way or whatever.
yeah,
But even if they win, there's a stretch of the squad anyway. So I feel like it's a lose-lose situation for Arsenal at this point. And that
yeah.
was one thing I was considering throughout this whole
I
this
ain't
whole
saying no,
project.
but the thing is like I think that this season we have done better in terms of maintaining player levels and the fitness levels especially those who are been there. And when we look at what Liverpool or what City tend to do coming out at the end of the season, it does end up being a somewhat regular 12, 13, 14 players as we use at least to start games. Whoever may rotate in, it could be different. So I don't know. It is left to be seen. But I could also see that that highs can also carry you as well. We go to City and we come out with something positive, then yeah, dog, we can ride that a little bit. We beat Bayern at home. They have no fans coming to the Emirates. We got a decent size win there, dog. Then shit, dog, that could carry a little bit again there and allow space for rotation or whatever it might be. So I think I'll be interested. In my gut, dog, I do not think that we lose in this weekend. But logically speaking, it is City's to lose there. City have the fixtures to take charge of this league. They always have the pedigree. I have Liverpool winning the league, but as Patrick said, dog, in my mind and all too, I think Liverpool performances is what is concerned me. Now the difference is that Liverpool have the kind of players that are capable of turning terrible performances into wins because their individual quality is so great. On one end you have Mohamed Salah, and on the other end you have Virgil van Dijk. And I think there's two entities that neither of the other teams have a player of that caliber at either end in each box, where each box could decide their games. And I think that is the edge that Liverpool has over the other two teams. And it's left to be seen how much it actually matters. Any closing remarks, guys? I am anxious, but you know what? I'll bring it on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like this when we was fighting for top four, dog. I didn't. Last year it was more like we come up and hey, we might be able to pull a little story together. But this year is more, we meant to be here. We built to be here. Now it's to see if we could do it here. And yeah, though, bring it the fuck on, though. Bring everything on, though. Let me see what how to say. Virgil, anything to say, boy?
Nah, it's true. I feel like after every game week when we sit down and have our discussions, I feel like every game we're going to be different emotions because
Yeah. Any point
it's
shop
going
will
to be
any
tough.
point shop will be.
Any points drop. And not just that, just how things go with Champions League as well as FA Cup for like how because City against Chelsea too is also another difficult tie in that mix. So yeah, I tell you, every game we're going to feel like a final, honestly, for City, Arsenal, and Liverpool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like things could swing anyway.
Pats. Any closing remarks?
Yeah, I think I could really see Barcelona winning the Champions League. So
Hey!
basically, right, is like
Hey!
we can get back in blood
Boop,
against
boop, boop,
PSG.
boop, 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 boop,
That is a given. It over for Mbappe. Trust me, it done. Alright, Araujo is going to lock him this time. This is the time.
This is the time.
Clip
This is
that
the
from
time.
me, please. Clip that from me,
So
please.
so so who you feel
All right, all right.
wait, so who you feel Barca meeting the finals unbeaten?
Right. Okay, so fine.
Oh,
I'll just check the bracket quickly just to make. Okay, right. Yeah, I was correct. So I think
Yeah,
it's a
because
Clasico in the finals. It's a Clasico in the finals. I just wanted to make sure that I was correct in the brackets now.
no, you are that climb a mountain, boy. That's
hmm It's a Clasico in the finals, and then no, Big Mac, just him. Our dog football is played on the day. Okay, we have beat these men before. Could do it again. No, we could beat them. We could beat them.
all right.
So I have us get into the finals and then hopefully going over the edge. So that's my closing remarks.
And Solek winning the FA Cup. Boy, since we're going on this road, only winning the FA Cup.
You never know. No? If City again past Madrid, they might be a little wounded at the
Facts.
time. So
Hey!
so we
Pop,
might
pop,
we,
pop,
we might
pop,
have
pop,
a
pop, pop, pop.
we
for
might have
real.
a, we might have a go for it. But no, boy, I don't really see it. I don't really see it that much. I don't even see Barca making the final. But um, it's just gonna be an
Haters
incredible end to
everywhere.
the season. Gonna be an
Haters are
incredible end to the
everywhere.
No, I
season
think it's an
because
incredible end of
it
the
have
season
so many games.
everywhere.
It have so many games left to play in
Yeah.
so many different competitions. they have so many teams that are involved in all of the competitions, and that's going to make it even better. It's going to make it, and I think we're looking at what probably one of the best Premier League title races we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and I think it's like this in like across Europe right now. Leverkusen writing their fairy tale, and what could they do? Could they do a league and cup double? League and European cup double, or a treble in essence. Madrid and Jude. What story could they write coming up against an English team in the quarterfinals in the city trying to go to quarter back to back trebles? Have storylines all over the place, guys. And we will be here to cover it all with you, as always. Thank you guys so
Yes.
much for coming on. Thank you for putting me through pain and mapping out my pain for the rest of the season. And we catch you guys next time. See you soon. Take it easy. Love you guys. Later.